There are three different categories for the Bake Off, and unlike the Great British Bake Off, the contestants will have to make their creations at home and bring them in. The judges include Laura Gonzalez from Nomad Bakery and Samantha Alexander from the Flowering Teapot.
We have three judges, including two local bakers with more than 10 years of experience, so you'd be getting your bakes judged by professionals, people who know what they're talking about. So there's the showstopper category, as per the original Bake Off, which is a cake that looks amazing. Obviously we want everything to taste nice, but this needs to look amazing as well, and the theme is drama, so whatever people read into that. Then we have the technical, which is the more difficult one, and that's to produce 12 identical iced biscuits of whatever type you want. And the last one is the signature, which is so a personal thing, and it's bread. It can be any kind of bread that defines you as a person. So they're quite wide categories, and I'm hoping people can have a bit of fun thinking of ideas for those.
Progress Theatre was set up in 1947 as a small Amdram group and moved into Magmay Hall, the current site at the Mount in Reading, which they purchased in 1963.
We put on several productions here, and then eventually in 1963, when the lease for the land came up, we did our last fundraiser, which was just over £3,000, and bought the theatre with the land around it. And since then we've grown to a theatre that now puts on a production every month, and we have a youth group and a variety of outreach programmes that we do as well. So it's grown really over the past 71 years. Kenneth Branagh's our patron, because a little known fact about him is that he started here in our youth theatre. So he writes the foreword for our summer Shakespeare production every year.
The theatre company, although run entirely by volunteers, is recognised as a centre for excellence and is a member of the Little Theatre Guild and the National Operatic and Dramatic Association.
We're fundraising because we need to resurface our car park, which isn't the most exciting fundraising project I'm sure anyone's heard about, but it's needed doing for about 20 years because our car park's below the water table, so it turns into a swamp every time there's any rain. And because we're entirely self-funded and run by volunteers, we fund ourselves with the profits we make from our shows. We haven't had enough money to do the work. It's £20,000 to get it resurfaced and to build in some foundations so that the water can actually drain away. And we've just never had the money to do that.
Progress Theatre is holding a bake-off competition for budding bakers on the 12th of May to raise funds. Ali Monjack, that's TV.